Hey guys, welcome back to another doll customizing video. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I made a Peaches and Pears inspired doll. This doll was actually supposed to come out in November around Thanksgiving, but obviously that didn't happen, so I'll talk a little bit about why that didn't happen and about some Halloween dolls that I never got around to and some of my 2020 goals in this video. So this voiceover is definitely going to be a little bit different than some of my past voiceovers because this one I'm going to try just to talk normally. Usually in other videos I will kind of type out a script and then I will read it off and try to make it as nice and neat as possible, and I'll cut out a lot of my laughing and weird pauses, so hopefully that won't get too annoying by the end of this video. So stick around if you want to hear some of those things that I just talked about, and I hope you enjoy watching the process. The first thing I did for this doll was remove her hair. I cut it off pretty short and then I put it in hot water to remove all the little bits later on, and then I'm going to be using acetone to wipe off her face and the hair painted on her scalp so that I can repaint it with some orange paint. The doll that I had in her like little cup that she was sharing for head removal and stuff like that is actually the doll that I use for my rainbow inspired sweet doll that I posted on Instagram, and it was a Darling Charming from the Ever After High doll line, and I used her because I haven't really used that doll, so I just decided to use it because I thought it would look nice with the white hair and the rainbow that I gave that doll. So this doll, the Peaches and Pears one, I skipped a lot of the beginning part of me doing her face up because it's pretty similar to a lot of my past repaints, so I thought it wasn't necessary to record the whole process and show it to you. And because this video was getting quite long, I decided that the best thing to do was just skip it. And if you guys are looking for a more in-depth tutorial on how I do face ups, you should definitely check out some of my other videos because I do go into a lot more detail and explain what I'm doing and the colors I'm using in those videos. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Halloween dolls that were supposed to be coming out in October and on, the 31st, Halloween. So the Garden Mouse doll was posted in the beginning of October, I believe, and she was actually supposed to be for September, and I think that doll just kind of delayed the whole process of getting started on the Halloween dolls, so that is kind of one reason why that kind of all went down. The second reason was that I didn't remember that the third week or so in October I was actually going to be going to Texas and spending a week there. And with that, once the time kind of came around, like a week beforehand, I was like, oh no, I don't have enough time to create all these dolls that I had listed. I think I had like 5 dolls, and I had picked out their themes and the doll bases that I was going to use. And then when I got around to it, to finally getting started, I just got so stressed out, and I was like, okay, this year I can't do it. I'm gonna just, skip it. So I was kind of quite sad about that, but, I think another reason that I could have at least made one, right? So I think one of the reasons was just that I wasn't really feeling the themes. Like, I picked them out and stuff like that, but then once I was like, okay, I think one of them was gonna be a mime, and I was like, okay, how do I make a mime? And, you kind of have that picture in your head, but I was like, do I really want to make that? It's kind of boring. I don't know if people want to watch me making a mime. so I was like, no, I won't. And, that just kind of turned out how the way it turned out. I didn't post any Halloween dolls, nor did I post any videos for the rest of 2019. And that is mostly because the whole Copa Kappa thing went down. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait until they figure it out. I don't want to post any videos. And I ended up making this doll during that time, and I was like, should I just hold off on the video? So I was like, you know what, I'll just wait and figure out what's going on so that, there was that whole fine thing that I was like, I'm not gonna, play that game and post a video and then get fined like a ton of money, so I just decided to wait. But now I finally got around to doing the voiceover. I've actually recorded this at least 7 times, but each time either my chair was squeaking or my voice was cracking because it was cold in my room. And hopefully this will be the one that makes it, because I really need to post a video and explain to you guys why there hasn't been any videos. So yeah, that is basically why the Halloween dolls didn't come out. I just didn't want to force myself. I kind of ran out of time, and then the whole COPPA thing, so I do apologize if you guys were looking forward to that, but I think, you know, there's a lot of time till next October, so hopefully by that time I will have some solid ideas of what I want to do for Halloween. So I might even have to limit it to maybe 2 dolls for the month. I did 4 last year, which was a lot of fun. I did really like how they turned out, but I definitely think it was, you know, a lot to do for the month, so hopefully I can pick 2 really good ideas and make them look as best as I can. So that is that. The next thing I want to talk about is my plans for 2020. Right now I have some unicorn dolls and dessert dolls that I'm working on. And basically the unicorn dolls are going to have, they're gonna be monochromatic is basically their whole style. And the colors that I'm going to use are lavender, light blue, a light pink, light purple, and hot pink. Those are going to be the unicorn dolls. And I've already started working on the lavender doll. I posted a lot of pictures of her outfit and kind of her unique leg feature that she's gonna have. So that is that. I was just reading what I had on my screen, but it doesn't really make sense anymore, so I'll probably delete that. Anyways, the unicorn dolls, they're gonna have, you know, one solid color. They're gonna be very like cute and kawaii, just because I really like making dresses like that. And the doll pattern that I'm using, or not doll pattern, doll dress pattern, is the Lolita dress from Moonlight Jewel's new book. And I really like the way it turned out. The lilac dress is so cute. I added like a 3rd layer into it, but I'll explain more about that in that video, so I won't get too much in depth with that. Then I will be posting that doll, and then maybe one of the colored dolls, probably the unicorn dolls, probably like a blue one, because that's kind of the one I furthest worked on so far. So that will be, maybe I'll probably post this video and then maybe those 2 dolls, and then I really need to get started on a collab doll that is probably going to be coming out in March. So, you know, I really need to make sure that that doll and the video is done on time. So I need to space out these videos. I really need to do that more. I need to make sure that I have videos planned out and that they're spaced out. Usually I post every like 10 days or so. So usually I'll go like a Monday, and then next week Wednesday, and then the next week on a Friday. So it's, you know, I kind of try to time it out and make sure that they're spaced out evenly to give me enough time to make dolls and not feel rushed, and make sure that it doesn't seem like I'm just disappearing like I did this last year. So yeah, that is the the unicorn dolls. The dessert dolls are going to be, I think, 2 dolls. Actually, the hot pink doll is kind of a mix of unicorn and dessert, so just depending on, it's going to be more unicorn, so there's going to be 2 solid dessert dolls and 5 unicorn dolls. The dessert dolls are going to be 2 themes, kind of. So one of them is going to be very similar to the rainbow doll that I posted on my Instagram, who doesn't have a video, and the other dessert doll is going to be kind of like a tannish with a pink vibe. So I'm trying to figure out how to make her different to the pastel pink unicorn, because in terms of color they are quite similar, but I did find a fabric that I think would work for the dessert doll, and it's actually one of the fabrics I was going to use for this Peaches and Pears doll, but I decided not to because one of the colors was a little bit brighter than I wanted for this doll. Obviously for this doll I kept it to browns and tans and like a light pink, orange, peach, yellow vibe. So I didn't want to use a fabric that just kind of ruined that whole vibe for it. So this dessert doll is going to use that fabric, which I'm excited about because I really like the fabric, but I didn't get to use it. So hopefully that theme for the dessert doll will turn out how I wanted it. And another quick thing is that this Peaches and Pears doll is kind of like a sequel to my Sweet Treats doll, because I did the same hair curling method like I did for the Sweet Treats doll, and I used the same fabric pattern, the same dress pattern for this doll. So it has like the, oh, what is that? Something just popped up on my screen. Go away, Java. So, oh my gosh, is it still recording? Yes, it is still recording, I believe. So basically, where was I? Yeah, I used the same pattern as you can see on the screen, and I'm not going to talk about how I made this dress, so if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I would definitely go check out the Sweet Treats doll to see how I made this outfit, and particularly the dress. So yeah, I still have a lot to talk about, but there's still a lot of time, so I will just take a quick break and come back soon. So I talked very quickly about it, but I do have a collab coming up in March, which I'm very excited about, and it's with another doll artist here on YouTube. I believe we're both making videos. I mean, I'm definitely making a video. I'm not sure if they are, but I'm very excited about it. So hopefully you guys stick around to see that video, and I'm assuming some of you will be pretty excited because of a past couple videos that I've made, and I don't want to give too much information about the collaboration, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. So that is one of the plans for 2020. I do also have another collab with another doll artist who I worked with, and basically, let's see, I can't really say too much about the theme because I don't want to give too much information, but we already kind of changed the theme. I actually recorded this voiceover, and in one of the voiceovers I talked about how we had planned to finish it in September, like last year September, but we never got around to it. We were like, let's just wait, we don't want to force each other to like meet a deadline. And I had talked about how I didn't want to make any dolls that I felt forced to make just because I needed to make like a deadline and stuff. And in that video I was like, I should definitely talk with them, and I did. I messaged them and we came up with a new theme that I think we're both more excited to do, so that is very exciting. And yeah, I'm not sure when that collab video is gonna come out, but I think we're both just gonna, you know, make the doll as we go, and like, you know, we're probably not gonna post it anytime soon because I do have a lot of work to do, and I'm sure they do too, so that video will probably come out maybe July, I want to say, but don't hold me to that. So I think, yeah, we're probably just gonna wait till we're both comfortable with the doll once they're finished, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that video too. I usually record these voiceovers in my room, and for some reason it always gets so cold during the day, so if my voice starts like cracking or getting weird, that is probably why. I usually don't spend that much time in my room just because it is so cold. But back to my little list that I have of 2020, I do have some fashion videos that I actually want to make, and they're not necessarily doll related fashion videos, they're more like clothes that I would make for myself. And I do have a couple ideas, but they're something that I kind of want to make just on like my free time, so I'm gonna definitely prioritize doll videos, but then these fashion videos will probably just be made over a course of, you know, a few months. So they're gonna be for fun. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make the video, if they're gonna be a little bit different to the doll videos, but yeah, I am looking forward to those things as well. I have some Animal Crossing cards that I also want to repaint, kind of like how Dolliteful did, but I'm not really the best at drawing, so we'll see how that goes. Another thing that inspired me was Dolliteful's Mermicorno series. Well, she made a couple videos. I don't think she calls it a series, but she does have repaints of Mermicornos, but she also has the Mermicornos that she turned into doll form, if I believe, right? I didn't make that up, right? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I'm pretty sure she did. I'm totally like second guessing myself now. But my sister received a Mermicorno, and when I saw it, I was like, that is so cool. And this color of the skin tone of the Mermicorno is the same color as one of the Monster High dolls that I have in my stock box. I actually have like 3 of them, so that is quite fun. Why is the footage so fuzzy? Oh my gosh. So I'm probably going to be making a doll inspired by Mermicorno because I really like the vibe of it. And yeah, that is hopefully one of my plans for 2020. And let's see, so I did get back into bullet journaling, if any of you guys care about that. And I have listed all of these ideas in that book. And yeah, I have like 2 My Little Pony dolls that I want to make, but they're definitely ones that I kind of wrote down, but I'm not really feeling it, and I don't want to force myself to make them. So they might just be ones that I have written down, but I never make. So yeah, this actually took a lot longer than I thought it was. In some of my other trials for this voiceover, I actually got around to like 12 minutes and I had finished talking about everything I had to talk about. So hopefully this one makes it, and hopefully you guys stuck around, or else I'm just talking to no one at this point, so that is quite fun. If anybody is still here and will hopefully stick around for some of my future videos, please feel free to subscribe and leave a like and a comment. And I need to wrap this up now, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye guys!